All right, so today I have for you just a juicy standing flow, a bit of a slow flow. So think about moving mindfully through the body, think about channeling your breath, think about just releasing and letting go. So rather than making the movements rigid, we're trying to think of making it nice and fluid. So enjoy, follow along, and always repeat this session over and over again if you feel like you would like a little bit extra. So we're going to start in a standing position this morning, or this evening even, because it's a wind down. So just taking the time to ground through your feet, maybe wriggle back and forth, heels can gently rock back, forwards to the toes. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, so bring them back and down. As you feel ready, we're going to just take a nice big breath in, drawing the arms up and overhead. Exhaling, bring the arms by the sides. This time we're going to inhale and raise up onto our toes as we reach the arms overhead. Exhaling, bring the arms back by the sides. Heels down. Keep the heels grounded this round, raising the arms to the sky. I want you to interlace your fingers here. Bring the palms down towards the head. Little push your palms forwards, then reach and rise those hands towards the sky. So as you're here, wiggle into that space. Maybe draw the hips forwards, enjoy a gentle back bend. We're going to flow into a forward fold. So let those fingertips just find freedom. And it's a slow sweep, soft bent knees bowing down towards the ground. As you're here, maybe take a little time just to move into the backs of the legs. Hands can just dangle if they don't reach the ground, or you can rest them on your shins. Just draw your body long, so hands to thighs or knees. Draw that chest forwards. As you feel ready, bring the hands to the mat. So we're stepping back into this plank position, but the knees are going to directly come to the ground. Untuck the back toes, elbows brushing past the ribs. It's our chaturanga, but we're going to let that chest rest heavy into the mat first. So rest here. On your next big breath in, lifting into your cobra, so that can be bent arms or straight, whatever works for your body. From here, tuck the back toes under. I want you to take a pause. So it's a little mini child's pose. And then lift hips from heels, rise up and into down dog. Our down dog is going to have a nice little paddle left and right. Then we're going to look to the very top of the mat, creep the feet up and into that space. Don't worry how the feet get there. Hands can find the shins. Bring ourselves to stand. Draw the breath in. As we bring the breath out, it's left hand to the hip, and this right hand is going to draw round and behind. We're going to see if we can pick up the right foot and catch hold. So a nice little push of hips forwards. This is option one. Some of you might be able to bring the hand to the inside of the right foot and extend more into a fold. You can bring that left hand forwards for balance. It's that gentle push and pressure of hand and foot connecting. As you release out, hand back to hip. So remember, holding in this quad stretch instead is perfectly fine. Step the right foot to the back of the mat, finding your high lunge position, reaching the hands nice and tall, rounding through the shoulders. Take a slide of the back heel, straighten the front leg, bring the hands to the thighs, just lengthen that chest forwards. So here already my hamstrings are just feeling that deep stretch. Don't be afraid, you can bring your hands behind and just feel into that space. Drawing up nice and tall, warrior one. So square hips, think about the knee and ankle being in line, big long stretch through the arms. Draw the hands around and behind, make that nice connection open through the shoulders. Devotional warrior, chest Bows towards the thigh. Slowly rising here. Bring the arms overhead. Left hand forwards, right hand back into your warrior two. Hand to back leg into your peaceful warrior. Let's bring that left forearm down to the thigh. Sweep the right arm overhead, find your side angle space. From here, I want you to bring that right hand either to the small of the back or tuck it in towards the front thigh. See if you can draw that top shoulder open, looking up to the ceiling. And then lift and rise. Nice little peaceful warrior with that tacked bind. Slowly unravel into your warrior two. Both hands will draw up towards the sky. So if both feet are facing forwards, and hinge from your hips here, drawing the chest forwards. We're just going to let the upper body be nice and free, so your arms might be drifting left and right here, just a mini bend. And then find stillness, so let the arms drop, let the head be nice and long, just relax. You can hold the elbows or let the fingertips rest on the ground. Slowly rising. So remember, this is slow movements, heels in, toes out, and then we'll push that left foot forward. So we've got this warrior two. We'll bring the back hand round, high lunge position. Bring the hands in towards the body with control, chest forwards, hands down towards the ground. So this front left foot, if we can, we're going to sweep it back and tall. Take a reach towards the sky, bend the hip, bend the knee, open the hip, squaring through. We're going to draw forwards now. And this front left shin, we want to rest on our mat for our pigeon pose. So lengthen that back leg nice and long, untuck the back toe. So you've got that shin resting on the mat. The heel's quite close towards the hip here. And then just 3 chest rolls. So bring the chest down, push the ground away. And then an option to pause here. Your pause can be forearms down, resting the head towards the mat. Just long, deep breaths, seeking those strong sensations. You can rise your head up and rest your face in your hands. Or you might find long arms a better option. 5 breaths in this space. After the 5th one, lift. So tuck the back right toe so that right knee can lift. We slide that foot back. Bring the knees towards the ground. And then I want you to just rest back again. So resting back with the toes are tucked under. So we lift here, draw the hands in towards the knees, reach the arms to the sky. Right hand to right hip, take a little look over your right shoulder. And draw it round, left hand, left hip, moving across. From here, switching through, if you have the depth, you can take it deeper, hand to heel instead. And slowly through. Now as we draw tall, both hands can reach nice and high. Bring them to the ground. Lift up slowly into your down dog. Option to just lift through the heels. And then making your way to the top of the mat. Hands can gently find the shins. Bring yourself to stand. Palms together, take them to the chest. So same sequence to left side, reaching the arms up and overhead. Gently bring them by the side. This time as we rise, the hands lift to the toes. Gently bringing heels down, hands by the sides. Heels stay down, reach the arms to the sky, interlace fingers, bring those hands down towards the head, palms forwards, rise here. Maybe find that little back space. Exiting to a nice swan dive. So it's a slow movement. Stay here, just work into that nice forward fold. If the hands don't reach the ground, rest them on the shins. Flat back now, draw the chest forwards, lengthen long. Hands to mat, step back. Knees and chest down. So we take the chest down, keep the elbows in tight. Take a moment here, let the chest feel heavy. Then roll the shoulders back, big push into the arms. Toes will tuck under before we rise. We squish back to our child's pose. Now lift up and into that down dog position. A little paddle, maybe left and right. Making the way to the top of the mat. Hands to shins, slowly bringing yourself to stand. Reach the arms overhead as the hands come down. Right hand to hip, and it's the left foot that we're picking up with. So if you can't pick the leg up and catch the foot, you'll get the same stretch in that forward lunge, high lunge option. But if you can, taking hold of the foot, so it's that nice stretch here, this is option one. If you can extend, then it's hand clasping the inside of the foot. Slowly begin to draw the chest forwards, maybe extend longer. My foot's pushing into my hand. Gently draw it back in with control. Drop the back toes down, you find your high lunge position. Interlacing the thumbs here can help with the shoulders open. And then we'll bring that back heel down, straighten through the front leg. Bring the hands to the knees, just draw the chest forwards. Maybe use your hands, unwind those muscles. And release up and into your warrior one. Hands will come behind the body now. Interlace the fingers, open that chest by pulling the fist down. Chest gently towards the thigh. And now rising tall here. Bring the arms overhead. Open wide to your warrior two. Peaceful warrior. From peaceful warrior into your side angle, forearm to thigh. Lengthen. Bring the left hand round. Again, small of the back will catch that front hip. Top shoulder rolls open, look to the sky, and rise. Peaceful warrior. Slowly unraveling now into your warrior two. Turn your feet inwards. Reach the hands to the sky. Forward fold, so hinge from hips, let the chest be heavy. Fingertips can drift towards the mat and it's a little bend left and right. So if you're finding it hard to rest the fingertips, you can bring forearms to thigh, or if you can, hold elbows here. And now finding stillness. So you can draw the head down, looking between. And as you feel ready, slow rise up, lifting all the way up, reach to the sky. Open through into your warrior two. So warrior two to high lunge position, so that heel is lifted. Draw the arms in towards the chest, tilt the chest forwards, and bring the hands to the mat. It's that right foot that's going to sweep all the way to the sky. Bend the knee, gently open the hip. That's your option there if you like that move. So we're keeping this right thigh, tucking it towards the chest. You float to that plank. The shin can come to the mat. So my right heel's close to my left hip. Into your pigeon pose. 3 chest rolls, so think slow. Bringing it in. Again, option of holding here longer. Arms can rest tall. Forearms down, maybe catch the face. Or if you like, the full sleeping swan. Taking at least 5 breaths here, hold longer if you wish. Taking your time to then gently rise. Tuck the left toes under, lift that left knee so you can slide. Bring the knees to the mat. Some back toes are tucked under, hips to heels, nice. Child's pose variation. And then slide the hands to the knees as the chest lifts. Draw the arms up and overhead, we twist. Left side, hand to hip. Slowly moving to that right side. Again to the left, hand to hip or heel. And drawing it round to the right side. Drawing the hand tall. Bring them to the mat. From here we're going to lift into that down dog. But we're bringing this back down. So we're going to float to plank. Knees down. Slowly let the chest come down. Push into the hands and lift through your cobra. Cobra to wide knee, child's pose. So it's toes together, knees wide, hips to heels, rest. Little stretch through the shoulders, rising that head up. Slide the right arm into the body, thread it under that left arm. Head and shoulders down. Extension of the stretch is tucking that left hand to the back right hip. And releasing, switching through. Left arm threads under the right. Head and shoulders resting down. Maybe take that hand round to the back left hip. And unravel for reaching. Hands to knees. Little flip of the knees to the side. Sweeping round. So hips down for me. Feet flat on the ground as wide as the mat. Use your hands. Draw your chest forward. So seated squat. Those of you who wish, bring the elbows inside those knees. Maybe push in towards the hands, so you're drawing them down and the knees widen. Sitting here with this version, or if you like a full squat, bring the hands behind the body, just rise here up into that full version. Now resting the hips gently down, and slowly roll all the way down. We're just going to take the time to lift through the hips, curl the spine down, hips can rest gently, arms by the sides. Just a gentle pick up through the heels, so knees and hips in line, heels and knees. And then we drop the knees towards the right side. This right hand can rest on top of the knees, left hand can extend wide. Just keep your gaze straight up towards the ceiling. And slowly, as you feel ready, unravel, just drawing the legs back into shape. Both knees can fall over to that left side. Hands on top of the knees, expand right arm. Just soften here. You can bring gentle pressure to the knees. Again, just seeking what feels good this evening. Slowly returning to center, just finishing with a nice little hug of knees towards the chest. Anything that you feel like you need, feel free just to move the body in that way before we find stillness. Legs can extend long. Arms draw by the sides, palms facing the ceiling. Close the eyes down, find softness and stillness. Feel free here to take as much rest as you need. As you feel ready, small movements, fingers and toes. Just draw the arms overhead, give yourself a big long stretch. And then moving slowly to a seated position. So I hope you're feeling a little wound down now, ready for rest or just a little recharged at the end of the day. Thank you for moving with me, always grateful. Namaste.